Good afternoon, Philippines. I am the 17th President of the Philippines, Kyle Dennis Patrick Archu. As you all know, we have had a very long and stressful year because of this pandemic. And today, we are still fighting against the seemingly unending pandemic. And over 1 million lives have tested positive for this sickness, and about 20,000 lives were also lost. 20,000 lives who had families, lives which could have been saved. Which leads me to my first point. I will do my best to make healthcare free. You know, one of the biggest factors that led to this much loss is the expensive healthcare. Materials can be replaced, but lives cannot. Death should not be taken lightly, and health should not be a political choice. This will only not benefit those who fell victim to the COVID, but also those who do not have the resources to have their health checked. My second point, to do a nationwide compulsory vaccination, which prioritizes congested areas in the Philippines. You know, scientists from all over the world have predicted that the pandemic is not going to disappear for at least 20 years. And I know that a compulsory vaccination is a direct violation against their rights. However, everyone should feel safe. Everyone, including me, wish that it could go back to the way it was. But we cannot do that if everyone around us could be infected. If everyone is vaccinated, the less people get infected, which means a step closer to eradicating COVID. Now, as I am still speaking about health, my third point is to make feminine hygiene products free. Now, I know, I'm not a woman, but I have a sibling who is, and I can definitely say that it is tough. I know people who have that, and women can relate to that. You know, what happens to their bodies are beyond their control. It is not a choice, but a natural phenomenon that allows us to experience the miracle of life itself. You know, women are literally the existence which led us to where we are today, and they deserve care and respect. This is the least I could do as a president who believes in equality. You know, my fourth point is to make internet free. Because of the pandemic, we tend to look for ways to communicate without risking our lives, and what better alternative than to use the internet? The internet service providers in the Philippines charge more than what their services should be worth. And we are now connected more than ever, and the internet is the future. You know, majority of the traffic comes from the Philippines, and other countries are profiting from it. So should we, you know. That is why internet should be free. And in this pandemic, people lock themselves and look at their screen for months. And eventually, people are gonna need a refreshing sight. And what's better than nature itself? The Philippines is one of the hotspots for tourism, which leads me to my last point, which is putting more emphasis on ecotourism. You know, the Philippines contains 7 islands, or is composed rather of 7,107 islands, which has their own features. A lot of money circulating in the economy of the Philippines comes from tourism itself. And so we should take advantage of this opportunity and help our country to rise to the top. We should make Philippines shine with the help of nature. And I know, I am very aware of the consequences that my plans will bring to the economy. However, I am also aware of the voices of the people who is the backbone of our nation. So we should listen, and help one another, because no one will help and can help us but us ourselves. Thank you.